Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Lauren. If this is your first time here, if you're new, please consider subscribing. We do makeup tutorials, get ready with me's on this channel. So if you like that, please consider sticking around. In today's video, I'm going to be doing an in-depth tutorial on how to do your eyeshadow. A lot of people ask me, like, how do you do your eyeshadow? And I'm like, yo, I went to YouTube. Like, YouTube is where I learned how to do everything. So I wanted to give back to the community that taught me by showing you guys how I do my eyeshadow. So if that interests you, please keep watching. So if you are looking to keep your eyeshadow on, you've come to the right place. I've been doing makeup for 7 years now, and it's come with a lot of trial and error, but the main source that's helped me elevate my eyeshadow game and like my makeup application overall has been YouTube. Like, there are so many different detailed tutorials, and another thing that you can't like pass up on is practicing. Practicing is what brought me from this to this. And this is like the difference within like a few years. So yeah, I'm gonna show you. Okay, so before we actually get into eyeshadow palettes and stuff, we should go over tools that you need. The tools that you use to put on your eyeshadow are very important, because if you go in with the wrong brush or anything, you won't get the look that you want. So you don't need like these. I know a lot of YouTubers and you know people show you these vast collections, but you only really need 3 or 4 brushes at the most. Some brushes you can even double up on and using, but I like to use 3 to 4 brushes. One is a very big fluffy brush to use all over your crease. Another is a smaller, looser, like blending brush to do detail work, which I'll show you in a bit. One is a dense, short packing brush to pack on the deeper eyeshadow on your outer corner. And then one is for your lid. So all of these brushes that I have are from Alter Ego. I really love the way that the brushes blend out product and pack on product. It makes it very easy for you to do. So I highly recommend those, but I'd also recommend BH Cosmetic brushes and Real Technique brushes. Also, e.l.f. brushes are like easily accessible brushes that you can find in your local drugstore, and I really love them. They have great base brushes. Another very important factor when you consider eyeshadow application is what you put under your eyeshadow. I know some people can put eyeshadow directly on their eyelids without putting on any primer or anything. I cannot do that. I have extremely oily eyelids, and if I don't put any primer or anything, like my eyeshadow will slip off. So I like to use, the number one thing that I use for my eyeshadow base are concealers, and the concealer that I'm using today is a little bit lighter, and it's a drugstore concealer. It's from Maybelline, and I love it. I've been using it for such a long time. And since I only use this concealer for my eyeshadow, it goes a long way. You can also use eyeshadow primer for doing your eyeshadow. I really enjoy the eyeshadow primer from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Finally, on to eyeshadow. A lot of people just want to jump right into eyeshadow, but I had to get through the prerequisites first. But some of my favorite eyeshadows are from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I think every brown girl has the Jackie Aina palette. That palette is top tier. If you can still get your hands on it, I think they have the eyeshadow palette on the Anastasia Beverly Hills website. If they do, I'll link it down below. But if not, you can get great eyeshadows from Morphe. They're sold in your local Ulta. And I also love the Sigma 9-pan palettes. They're great for beginners. A lot of times people can get intimidated by these big old palettes, and that you're probably not going to use all of the shades. So it's very reasonable to get a smaller palette. The eyeshadow palette that I'm using today is by Makeup by Mario, and it's his 12 pan. It's his 12 pan Master Matte palette, and I think that's an essential for somebody who's just wanting to start in on the basics of eyeshadow. I have any color that you would wish for, from people who are very fair to people who are darker, and it's found its way into my everyday makeup routine. So now we can move on to actually applying the eyeshadow. First, I'm going to take my Maybelline concealer, and I'm going to apply this on my eyelids. Now, I like to start with a little bit and then add more as I need it. I want to make sure that I cover the entirety of my eyelid from my lash line up to my brow bone, and like this ensures that my eyeshadow has something to stick to. So after I apply my concealer, I take a mid-tone shade. So this shade is not too light and it's not too dark, so ergo the term mid-tone. So I go in with this shade in the Master Matte palette, and I blend it on my crease. My crease is, a lot of people sometimes don't know what your crease is. So the crease of your eye is the area in between your mobile lid and your brow bone. So this area right here, and I go in back and forth sweeper motions. First I pack the product on, and since the concealer is down there, the eyeshadow has something to stick to. So I stipple the product on, and then I blend it out using windshield wiper motion. Next, I go in with the darkest shade. I'm going to be using 3 eyeshadows in this look. So I'm going to be taking the darker shade and putting it on the outer V of my eye. And you can see what I'm doing. I'm doing it along my lash line and up into the crease a little bit, just to give my eyes some dimension and depth. It really brings the look together. And again, since I have an eyeshadow base on, it's making the color, the darkest color, that even more vibrant. And lastly, I go in with the shade that goes on my mobile lid. And since I have hooded eyes, so I have to be very particular with how I apply shadow, so it doesn't get lost in my eye or eaten up by my eye. I like to make sure that the color is seen when my eyes are directly open, and that I don't have to be looking down or have my eyes closed for you to see my lid color. So I don't just keep the lid color on my mobile lid, I bring it up into my crease and along the bridge of my nose, I follow the bridge of my nose up into my brow bone with the lid color, and I find that makes my eyes look more open and awake when I do this. And I pack this product on. I do not do the blending like the windshield wiper motions. I make sure to pack this color on my lid because that ensures that the color is more vibrant. And that's basically it. Those are the 3 steps to get like a look like this. So it really just takes practice, and the tools are very important to ensure that you get like the same look. It's hard to get the look when you have like trying to pack on a darker color with a big fluffy blending brush. Like, it won't work as well. You could probably get it, but it wouldn't work as well as if you had like the specific brushes that are used for like specific things. So my favorite thing in like makeup is that there aren't really any rules. You can do whatever you want, but before you can break the rules, you need to know like why people do things the way that they do, and understanding why we do things a certain way. Then you can decide, okay, maybe I can play with it this way, or add a little more or a little less of this. And it's just playing. That's why I love makeup so much. It's really just playing to see what you like and what looks best on your face and on your eye shape. So yeah, so I'm going to put a mascara and lashes, and you don't have to put lashes on, but I feel like adding lashes really plays up the work that you already did with your eyes. Most of the time I do on everyday excursions, I leave the lashes out, but for y'all, I wanted to go the extra mile and put some lashes on. I hope this video was helpful to you guys. I hope that it was detailed and clear for you all. And if you have any more questions, I would love to answer them. Please comment them in the comment section down below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. I'm going to be doing more in-depth tutorials on makeup application. I want to turn this into the series. If you have any ideas for what the series should be named, I have some ideas in my mind. I'm trying to figure out what sticks, but also leave them down below. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.